Hi friends, so in this video we are going to discuss a new chapter of economics class 10, that is money and credit. Nowadays most of the transactions are made in money. But have you ever wondered why this happened? Can't we do transaction in other forms? Before the use of money, what people are doing? So most of the questions are coming to our mind. So now we will understand what people are doing before the use of money. Before the use of money, people were exchanging goods, and that was known as barter system. But here in this barter system, one problem was there. What was the problem? That problem was known as double coincidence of wants. What is the double coincidence of wants? Double coincidence of want means both the parties should be agreed to sell and buy each other's commodities. We can understand this by taking one example. Suppose a shoemaker is there and he wants wheat. Then he has to find one person who wants shoe and has wheat with him. If he will not able to find such a person, then he will not be able to get wheat or sell his shoes. So did you understand what problem was there? Both the parties should be agree to sell or buy or to take each other's commodities. Otherwise, it was not possible. But after the use of money, what has happened? This problem is solved. People now they can buy or sell anything by the use of with the use of money. So money nowadays money acts as an intermediate in the exchange process. Okay, so that's why it is called a medium of exchange. Question may become, why money is called a medium of exchange? Because money acts as an intermediate in the exchange process. That's why it is called a medium of exchange. So now we will discuss what are the different forms of money. Modern forms of money. In the early ages, people are using grains, cattle, gold, silver, copper coins, etc. is form of money. But now, different forms of money are in use. So among these different forms of money, currency is widely accepted all over the world. Every country has their own currency. So what includes in the currency? In currency, it includes paper notes and coins. Okay, every country has their own currency. In India, Reserve Bank of India issues currency on behalf of the central government. Remember, Reserve Bank of India issues currency on behalf of the central government. But suppose you are giving money to any person and any person will refuse to accept currency or Indian rupee. Can it be possible? No, it cannot be happen. Why? Because if any person will not accept rupee, then strict laws are there. He will be punished according to the law because it is issued by the central government. Did you understand? So that's why rupee is widely accepted in all over India. Like this, in every country their currency is widely accepted. Nobody can deny you to take rupee in India, within India, to take rupee. Okay, did you all understand? Now we will understand deposit with banks. You might have heard the term bank. Okay, so when we are talking about bank, definitely when we are depositing our money in the bank, our money is safe. Okay, people open bank account and get some interest also. When you are keeping your money, if you will keep your money at home, you are not going to get any interest. But in bank, you will get the interest. For your deposit, you are going to get your interest. So bank has also given us the facility to withdraw our money when it is in demand. Okay, suppose you are keeping your money in bank, then you can withdraw it also anytime when you want, when you have demand, when you need money, you can withdraw your money. So this is known as what? Demand deposits. So a new term is coming, that is demand deposits. Depositors can withdraw their money anytime when it is in demand. This is known as what? Demand deposit. Did you understand? When we have demand, we can withdraw our money from the bank. Bank has given the facility. That is known as demand deposit. Now we will discuss about another form that is known as check. Okay, so here you can see the picture of check. So in this picture, bank is instructing a paper in a check is instructing the bank to pay a certain amount of money from the person account to another person's account. So what is a check? When we are talking about check, it is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account in whose name the account is there to the person in whose name the check has been issued. Suppose you have an account and you want to give a check to your friend, then you have to issue a check in your friend's name, then your sign will be there, and when you are depositing the check in the bank the check will instruct the bank to pay that certain specific amount of money to your friend. Did you understand? So it is a paper instructing the bank to pay a specific amount from the person's account to the person in whose name the check has been issued. So facility of checks against demand deposit makes it possible to directly settle payments without the use of cash. So here, without the use of cash also, payments can be settled. And currency and deposits are closely linked to the working of modern banking system. Did you understand? So currency also, deposits also, both are closely linked to the working of modern banking system. Now we will understand what are the loan activities of the banks, how banks give loans. Okay, so what banks are doing, they are taking deposits from the people, those who have surplus amount, surplus fund, more money. Okay, when people are depositing their money, when they have more, when saving amount, they are saving in the bank. And bank also giving loan to the borrowers, those who need money. Did you understand? And from the depositors, how much money bank collects from the depositors? Bank holds 15% of deposits as cash from the depositors. Did you understand? And why bank hold 15%? This is to pay the depositors to bank, depositors who will come to the bank to withdraw their money. Did you understand? Depositors are coming because bank have given the facility of demand deposits. So depositors will come to the bank to withdraw their money. Okay, but not everybody are coming to bank every day to withdraw their cash. So bank is able to manage with this cash. 15% cash bank holds itself, itself. Okay, but bank is able to manage with the cash. Why? Because everybody are not coming to bank. Did you understand? And larger percentage of the deposit bank provides loans to the borrowers. Okay, and the difference between what is charged from the borrowers and what is paid to the depositors is the main source of income of bank. Did you understand? Difference between what is charged from the borrowers and what is paid from the depositor is the main source of income of bank. So now we will discuss about the credit. When we are talking about credit, what credit or loan means? It refers to an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods or services in return for the promise of future payment. Okay, but suppose the person is able to pay the interest in right time, then it will be good for him. We can take the example of a shoemaker who took some loan from the bank or money lender, and due to good profit in his business he is able to pay back the interest in right time. So credit in this situation plays a vital role for the businessman. In another example, we can take a small farmer who took loan from the money lender, and due to crops fail he did not able to pay back the loan. Again he did loan the next year, but the next year also what happened, the crop was normal. So what he did, the small farmer, the poor farmer, he sold one part of his land to pay back the loan. So what happened in this situation? So here the recovery from the credit was very painful, and the farmer fell in a debt trap. Okay, debt trap means a situation where the recovery is painful to pay off the credit. So in order to pay off the previous loan, he did loan again and again. One time, second time also he did loan. So sometimes credit may be good and sometimes the recovery from credit is painful. and it forces the borrowers to fail in a debt trap. So did you understand from these two situations? So in India also these kinds of things are happening. Some people they are taking loan for getting good benefit, but when they are not getting benefit, they are also sometimes failing in debt trap. Now, what what are the different terms of credit? Okay, so what is happening when we are taking loan from bank or money lenders, we have to pay some interest. They are asking some interest, we have to pay the interest, otherwise they will not give us loan. But do you think they will provide you loan directly? No. When any financial organization will provide you loan, then they may demand some security against loan. Security is needed against loan, otherwise they will not give. And that is known as collateral or terms of credit. Did you understand? Collateral or terms of credit. A new term you have to remember, collateral. So collateral means what? It is an asset that the borrower owns, such as lands, buildings, vehicle, livestock, deposits with bank, and uses this as a guarantee to the lender until the loan is repaid. Suppose you are not, if the borrower fails to repay the loan, then what will happen? The lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. So these are known as what? Terms of credit. Collateral is known as what? Terms of credit. So did you understand terms of credit? Okay. Next thing we will discuss in the next video. Thank you all.